of metal has begun, and metal shall prevail. For we know what they have done. 5 legends of our realm who sought to follow the path of their dark musings. But they did not know what they had summoned. Pentakill. To these creatures, there is but one thing left to do. Heavy metal.
Welcome back, everybody, for another series here on VCS English. We love to have you here. We've got another cracker for you, though perhaps not the closest matchup. It's Team Secret taking on OPG. Just realised, still got the player of the series on screen from the last one. It was D1, giving another shout out there, but it isn't meant to be there, obviously. Vinnie, why don't you start us off? What are your first impressions of this series?
It's almost the reverse of the last series, in that the sort of hyper mechanical focus, like early game-ish team, is the weaker team, and actually I take it back. Never mind, because Secret isn't really the late game fighting team, but they're probably better at it than OPG. But they do rely a lot more on the early game macro and early to mid game sort of rotations and things like that, and their draft ability to get massive advantages in draft is actually where their true power shines.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. That's
absolutely.
fair.
I'm
Yulwei,
I'm interested to see
Qiqi
what they have in store for us this week. Last week they came out with a Nocturne out of nowhere, 3 games straight against EVOS. Will they stick to the Nocturne? It worked in the end. I'm still not a fan of picking Nocturne early in the draft. I feel like it's too obvious. It's too easy to counter. But later on, it's a good, nice new champion for DNK. Fits his style well. He played the Nocturne how it is supposed to be played, very aggressively in the early game, looking for solo kills in the mid game. I think back to the one time where you could just found an Azir. He was a level down, but it didn't matter. He just one-shot the Azir, poor guy. So I'd like to see that again. I'd like to see some more AP 𝗂𝗃𝗲𝗄, and maybe we can see some 𝗁𝗲𝗄𝗏 finally too.
Well, Vinny, can OPG win this one?
I mean, if Team Secret decides to disrespect like Garm did, yeah, they absolutely can. But
Do you think they will? Garm
think
plays
it's
with
very
their
likely.
food.
I don't think it's very likely. And I mean, I think the biggest issue is top lane. Coded just plays everything that can smash that will smash the lane because of the counter pick advantage, and the top lane for OPG is really quite weak. It's probably the weakest in the region.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
Especially if Vin is playing. So it's a very rough shot for on the top side for OPG.
Fair enough. What about you, Yulwei? Do you envision a world where OPG can take a game? Can they do it, or is Team Secret just a bit too regimented?
Well, I can see a weird flip at a Herald or something. Both teams like to fight for every single objective, so we're probably going to see some early game skirmishes, and it can always be a big misplay from one of the carries from Team Secret maybe, and then OPG has a good day. Maybe PHT goes Assassin again and just kills everyone with Akali. So it's possible. It's one of the matchups where I can actually kind of see OPG at least stealing a game, but it's unlikely still.
Yeah, I actually think if you look towards the jungle matchup, because DK has been on a pretty good tear recently. He hasn't been winning the games, but individually he's been shining out. And so whereas DNK, if he's not on a pick he's comfortable with, he kind of sort of, well, he lives up to the does not know meme, doesn't he? And so I think if they can make DNK uncomfortable and DK can run away with the jungle and get the lanes into a position where they can't really lose, that's probably their avenue. So attacking the jungle.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's pivot over to who we do think will win the matchup. Team Secret's obviously the heavy favourite here, currently 3rd in our league, only 1 series behind Flash. Yulwei, how will they win this one?
Oh, Team Secret is mostly winning off very good draft advantages and then also focusing on the early game objectives. I talked about this in one of, I think, the very first episode of Hindsight, where I highlighted one good Herald play. They are still going for a lot of these plays. They've now kind of advanced their strategy to also involve their pick ban a little bit more. Last week, their TF Nocturne, and they really played the early game and mid game in a very smart way to counter the enemy's counter play. So it's basically 2 steps ahead of the enemies. They anticipated where EVOS would go, then countered either by going to the other side or actually doubling down on that side and one-upping EVOS even more. So they are very smart when it comes to map reads. Their team fights are still sometimes a little bit questionable, even though Celebrity has stepped up big time, is the best ADC right now. So their biggest strength is early and mid-game macro around map rotations and early objectives.
Yeah, it's a good point, and we are heading quickly into draft here, as we will just obviously head on over once I get the right scene. There we go. What are we expecting pick-wise here, as Nidalee is the first ban? Yulwei, do you want to get... Oh, Vinny, you go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, crack us on.
Surprised by the Nidalee ban on the side of Overpowered, because that's been DK's best pick, and Secret hasn't really shown it. not this split at least. I don't think DNK has played a game in Italy, so
It's a
it's
very
a
strange pick.
interesting ban.
Very, very strange ban, especially first blue side ban in Italy. That is so off matter, so weird. Maybe they expect Secret to go to that, but Graves is still open, and I guess this is going to be Graves' first pick instead.
Whoa.
Now banned.
Okay, PHT solution.
Did we just swap junglers all of a sudden?
Where are we? I mean, it's DK versus DNK. I'm really excited to cast that one. Thanks, guys.
Because DK is the Nidalee player, and OPG bans it. And DNK is the Graves guy, and that gets banned by Secret. So I don't know what's going on. The PhD
Yeah, I think the Graves ban made a little bit more sense because they were scared of Graves' first pick, which is something I don't agree with. You should never be scared of Graves' first pick. That is a very bad first pick. So just pick 𝗂𝗃 into him and laugh at him and outscale him.
I think you may be scared of it on the jungle pool thing, though, because there's 4 junglers banned.
That's a good point. So we have a lot of early game power already built up by Overpower. A lot of run at them with short range. So 𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 is happy. Can we pick even more champions that are happy when you do that? For jungle matchup, I guess with Grace banned,
I think you
Kindred comes to mind.
Into the jungle and you pick a support here. I think you maybe lock in Bard for Zen, or you can do Pantheon, which
full on dive. We are diving, boys.
Alright.
At least it's a clear strategy, right? It's a clear game plan. It's very simple. It's maybe not the greatest into 𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃, but at least you all know and what you're doing, and you're all on the same page, hopefully. So I don't actually mind it too much.
Yeah. You can't stop all of us. Ooh.
And there's a Jace coming in. I like Team Secret's comp so far. We obviously are focusing on OPGs. Theirs is very direct. 𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 Thresh is a strong bot lane, and then they've gone into the Jace. How would you like to see Team Secret rounding this one out your way?
It's a 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 draft. You have an 80 solo laner, a big 80 heavy hyper carry in the bot lane. This is a perfect 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 position.
Man.
Also, the enemy team diving into 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 is actually that's perfect for 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃. So I feel like he would be a very good champion here. Other AP junglers that come to mind, I mean, 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 is banned already. If you have really practiced your things, Zyra jungle would be perfect here, but of course no one is going to pick that,
Do
sadly.
we see the return of the Dark Harvest Gragas?
Honestly, not the worst option either. Separating in team fights, kicking some of the tanks into your team while kicking the Lucian away, buying time, and breaking it up into skirmishes could be a good option. I still think 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 is insta-win if they are 4 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 here.
𝗂𝗃𝗃 is probably the better pick, but it's a matter of does DNK play it.
It's not that hard.
We know he plays
It's true. It really isn't that hard. They banned out the Shyvana, so they're definitely respecting the AP junglers. It'll be interesting what to see what they pick with this R4. How would you like to see OPG round this one out, Vinny? Ooh, okay, that's not what we...
No.
Vinny, I've asked you a question. Don't let Yulwei distract you.
I'm not entirely sure. I think, yeah, if you're going for like an Ezreal Bard bot lane, or you could bust out the 𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 and just sort of say, yeah, look, a lane's a lane. We're just gonna sit here and farm. In which case, I think you're going against the sort of Pantheon lock-in, but Ezreal fits that a lot more because you also need a top laner, and you haven't got a lot of options left in terms of safety. Maybe you just go Malphite or something.
See them lock in Olaf here and send the 𝗀𝗃𝗵𝗵 top lane for no scaling whatsoever.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, that is probably what's going to happen, but I'd almost rather see like an Ornn or something. I know Ornn isn't the best.
Hey, Mordekaiser. It's hard to counter, I guess.
It's one of the safer options.
It's just going to get Camilled, though. So, Yulwei, you made some noises. Do you want to talk about why you made them? And what do you think of Team Secret's overall composition?
So, Team Secret's comp is good if they went for a carry AP jungler. Because this makes no sense. They built 80 lanes. They opened up the jungle pick to be the main carry here and bring AP damage. So it's super hard to itemize against something like 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 here. because you're incentivized to go armor in your lane matchups, but then the full AP carry comes in from the jungle. If you go for an AoE jungler, even Gragas fits the bill. It's so hard to play against that, especially for your tanks, especially if DK falls behind early. He's never going to be tanky. Instead, they opted for Elise, who is decent in the mid game and has some damage, but it's single target, so you can never threaten AoE damage like Karthus, like Gragas could, like AP Shyvana, smartly banned, of course, could. So it really is not. It's not fitting the AP jungler carry style that was built for in this composition. So I really don't like the Elise. Also, overall, not a great champion right now. So not in agreement with this pick.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I have to say I do agree. But we are looking at a bit of player diff.
For sure.
So
it's actually
I think,
Simon in the top lane today.
It's true. It's very true. It's something we didn't comment on. But I still think Coded's going to mangle this matchup. Camille versus 𝗧𝗏𝗄𝗃, Coded versus Simon. I think those legs are going to get some stomping.
I feel like the main issue I'm having with OPG's draft, looking at it more, is that it feels like after the second phase of bans, they only just realized, oh, there's an Aphelios we should pick to counter that. Where it probably would have been a lot better for their comp if they just went all in on that and picked a lane bully AD carry and just completely maybe an MF, so that once that little bit of CC lanes, you just drop the ult on them and they can't do anything. I think this pivot has removed all the cohesion with their comp. So,
So are you picking OPG? Are you going to go that bold?
What? No, I'm saying it's a bad comp.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
I'm saying, like, everyone's going to jump in and then it's going to be left on his own going, there's a Camille.
Fair enough.
PhD is on top of his emote game for sure. Those are some very cool emotes.
It's true. But Vinnie, you are picking Secret, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll talk to you again after the game. Yulwei, it's me and you. I can't say
𝗧𝗏𝗄𝗃 Camille top lane matchup. Tell me all about the matchup from 𝗧𝗏𝗄𝗃's side. Does he like to play against Camille?
The way this matchup goes is 𝗧𝗏𝗃 walks into lane, he cries, and then he cries again, and eventually his suit of armor fills with tears, at which point Camille punctures him in the chest and makes sure he can get all those tears out. But of course, he'll just be dead. Yeah, it's not a good matchup. It's a bad matchup. It's really bad.
Yeah, and we've seen Coated Camille before. It's actually one of his worst champions, I'd say, in terms of carry champs in the top lane. He has made some very bad mistakes on Camille, especially when it comes to staying out of turret range. That's something he really does not have mastered on this champion. He died to turret 1v1 basically, while Kiaya stood beside the turret and didn't do anything. So I hope Coated has cleared up some of his Camille mechanics, because otherwise he's very strong.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be totally honest. You do not need Camille mechanics to win this matchup. You need a right click. This is a very easy one. I mean, 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗃 can theoretically win the fight in the Death Realm, but unlike other matchups where 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗃 can miss all of his spells and still kill people, you do actually need to land the Q in this one. And that generally means it's a bad situation for Morn.
Oh, Xin with a very early roll.
This is ridiculously early. Artifact is in so much trouble here. He tries to go for the counter kill, but no chance whatsoever. What the hell just happened?
Yeah, who needs junglers anyway? We have Pantheon support. Level 2 roam from bot lane. That's Ezreal enabling the Pantheon.
Here's some movement speed coming in. They might get a trade kill. PhD goes down. TNK is traded back, though. And OPG are coming out fast. Vit in the bot lane in some trouble, but there's just no chase here. Venus is way overextended. He hits the hook, but there's no follow-up damage. Vit goes low. He'll get taken down. Venus is the next target, and it's another 1-for-1.
I guess supports are very bloodthirsty today. There was...
Oh, and it doesn't stop Yulwei as 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 goes in on DK. He's going to sweep those legs. He takes it down, struck by lightning, but he is certainly not thunderstruck.
Play from 𝗀𝗃𝗏 to anticipate the jungle pathing from DK. DK still had flash available, by the way, so could have potentially won the fight there. He got level 4 of the 𝗧𝗲𝗿𝗺𝗁, and then could have tried to dodge out the stun. Instead, he goes down. Was very close to connecting his E2, so I actually feel like 𝗀𝗃𝗏 has had a chance there to get away, maybe even threaten a kill. Instead, he gives a free kill over to
𝗀𝗃𝗏. 6
Camille.
kills at 4 minutes.
Yep.
Why are you
we are
trying
back
to
in the
analyze
VCS.
things? Why are you trying to analyze things? We're at 6 kills in 4 minutes. Also, double buff to Camille. I was describing the 𝗬𝗁𝗍𝗃 matchup. Let's have a look at this replay. This was a bit over-aggressive by DNK. Good timing by DK. Does know.
Usually Camille is... not Camille. Elise is very, very good at getting away from after overextending, but of course she started with E. She repelled into the fight, and then... Well, after repel, you're a very squishy champion, so she just could focus down. Very good target selection from OPG. Just burst her down, and Xin secures another kill here. That was a very bad chase, by the way. You could have just pushed in the turret, the minions, and denied some turret platings, or get some turret plates and denied some experience. Instead, you decided to double commit flash from your bot lane and overchase into a roaming enemy support. So... really not the greatest play ever by Team Secret's bot lane.
They're now
pretty far behind.
Yeah, I was about to say. But you made the point. Let's look at 𝗬𝗁𝗍𝗃.
He is a sad boy.
The poor boy. Oh, this is depressing. Of course, oh god, 𝗀𝗃𝗏 is going in on him. Can we have a look in the top lane? Simon's really low, but apparently he has got the
flash, though.
Yeah, it might.
He's looking for him. He's looking for him.
I really want to look at top here, but the dragon going down is apparently more important, and maybe the observers were right, as 𝗀𝗃𝗏 does not get the kill. PHT just survives. Artifact flashed forward, but couldn't overcommit as the roam came in from OPG. And Xin, apparently, he doesn't want to be a support anymore.
He has shown that before already. He has really shown a propensity to go for the non-support champions. He wants to carry his team, which, fair play to him, is something no one else on his team does. So I guess why not, right?
You're not wrong.
He's probably the best player on the team, so it makes sense for him to try and accelerate all the other lanes. And his roaming in this game has been very successful.
I think Vit's a little bit confused, though. Hello? Did my support DC? Can we have a remake? Hello? What's going on? I don't have a support. Celebrity pushes another wave in. He is Ezreal, right? Like, this is actually fine. Still a little
tier Ezreal, so he really does not want to ever trade in lane. He's just there to spam Qs, to collect CS here and there. And Xin is just here to get his experience and engage, of course.
Yep, here they go. A hook has landed, but DK coming in there is a good flay. Can they stop it? Celebrity's got to run, but of course there's no flash. Can he get away? Absolutely not. And Xin goes up to 2 kills.
Celebrity scratching his head there on the player cam. It's like, not much I can do here. No flash for me, because I overchased into the enemy jungle, and there's way too much CC on the enemy team, and that pesky Pantheon is not a support, so, well, he's just consigned to death. Not much Celebrity can do. To be fair, it's only a kill to Pantheon, which will be annoying in lane, but will not scale well into mid game, so it's fine for now.
And there's the remake first. A little bit late, of course, as we do head to a pause, unfortunately. Hopefully we get back in soon enough. Of course, the players are still in stadium. Seems to be a problem
with PHT's computer or something, because he was on screen there.
Yeah, not sure. Of course, no crowd in the stadium this week, which is obviously a shame.
Actually, very confused by the setup. They have the players in the stadium, but the casters are casting from home.
Which is a bit weird, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, of course, Vietnam had a COVID case, and, I got to applaud them. They certainly acted quick. I think the number I saw was they evacuated 10,000 people from a city.
Wow. Okay.
Like, just got them the hell out, and we're like, because they've now had their first death from COVID. They've only had one, and it was in this second outbreak. And it wasn't even a Vietnamese person, if I'm not mistaken. It was someone that was in the country, and they, bad luck. Vietnam's done well, to say the least. Hopefully they get through this second outbreak with no problems. But yeah, no crowd this week. Very unfortunate, but I'm glad the players at least are on stage. That's what's important.
I want to talk about the hair matter for Team Secret.
Go ahead. Break it down.
So they have now, Venus has joined the club and has actually dyed his hair. Very cool blue. I really like this blue. But 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗃 is still missing. 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗃 still with no dye. Dyed hair. So
it's kind of interesting because in Counter-Strike we used to have the fat guy ratio. Every top team needed 2.5 fat guys. It was trackable across almost every top team until the 𝗬𝗏𝗏 era. Because 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 had no fat guys. They're all quite fit, all very attractive guys, but all the other top teams had 2.5 fat guys and 3.5 good hairdos. It was very common. I'm not actually joking. This was a thing in CSGO. It was really dumb. So we have to start working it out for League. What is our good hair ratio for a top team?
I don't mind 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗃's hairstyle. I'm just disappointed that has not dyed his hair as the rest of his team did.
Yeah.
So unlucky. Also, he's the only one wearing the jersey instead of the awesome sweater. I guess it is. Yeah.
Yeah. The jumper.
I really want that secret sweater. It looks so good.
Sure, you can get it. Cool design. Secret's got they're one of the teams that it's actually easiest to get their merch because they're quite a global brand. I follow them on Twitter, so now my Twitter's just like a lot of Dota.
Well, I guess Lucian died.
Yeah, Lucian did apparently die. Thanks, guys, getting us back in the game right as the pause ends.
Just in time. Thank you.
Lucian died. Who knows how? Hopefully we get a replay.
Yeah, it looks like Venus roamed into the mid lane together with 𝗃𝗃𝗃. A lot of CC, so probably an easy kill. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 didn't even get to flash. And we are probably going to see a replay soon. Okay, Venus. He was never going to move there. He was on his grump, so not sure what you aimed for.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, 𝗃𝗃𝗃 low already.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
feel
flash.
like we know what's going to happen.
It's not
here.
even flash.
Wow.
He had the time to flash away.
Yeah, 𝗃𝗃𝗃 resigned himself to the void there. Can we talk about the top lane CS for a moment?
Yeah, I spotted that just as we hit the Sepia Rift, and it's not looking great over there.
I'd love to talk more about the 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 matchup.
But 2 levels up, by the way.
Yeah. As I said, this is a thing, a lot of casting tips we get is, hey, if your casting partner's main champion is picked, make sure you ask them about it. Really let them shine. And 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 is my main. But Yulwei, don't ask me about it. I don't want to talk about this matchup. I don't want to. It makes me sad. This matchup isn't a matchup.
I'm actually really happy with Camille in the meta because she has some very cool matchups in the top lane. Most of her matchups are actually quite even, and it's fun to see the outplays. She has some very bad matchups, but some of them are not in meta right now, like stuff like 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗏, where she just gets wrecked over and over again. It's very sad to watch.
As well.
Fiora, yeah, she gets a buff. Oh god, Fiora gets another buff next patch.
Ooh, just really jamming that one in the meta, Riot.
Yeah, and I think Jax is a decent matchup into Camille too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so she definitely has some counters.
You don't take damage from the E because it's technically an auto attack.
Yeah,
it's a little bit busted.
So Secret in a good position. They are behind in gold right now, but it definitely does not feel like that. Where's the gold? Yeah, most of the gold for OPG is in their support player. So unless they skirmish with support, it's not going to really show that they are on a gold lead, which is unfortunate.
Speaking of which, just as I yawn, Artifact has died in the in the length of a yawn. What happened?
That was well executed, and this is what we have to see. Xin just translating his lead over to these other members. He didn't get the kill this time. Sadly, the one player in his team that is also not scaling too well got the kill. So at least some more kills, at least some more gold, while 𝗃𝗃𝗃 secured an objective. And now 𝗃𝗃𝗃 in a little bit of trouble. He, of course, has Repel to get away.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too risky to dive the Elise. Repel just buys so much time. And there's a ward, so he knows what's going on. Ooh, very bold. They're calling the teleport as Venus has hit a hook. Celebrity could join the fight. There's another teleport that was coming in on the lantern. 𝗀𝗃𝗿 has arrived. There is the Hextech ultimatum. And DK has failed the deal.
And very good timing, of course, because now the dragon is free. They will stop OPG's potential dragon snowball if there's no steal from. If Xin can steal this away, he's going to be the hero.
I can see it coming. I'm so afraid of the mortal spear steal. Okay, thank God.
Close enough, though.
Simon, he's got a tower plate, but 𝗀𝗃𝗿 could just kill him here. He's overextended.
Yeah,
Look at all this damage. Ooh, 𝗀𝗃𝗿 doesn't want to go for it. Feel like he could have killed the Mordekaiser.
He has flash. He can easily kill him.
Yeah, that Mordekaiser should be dead.
Surprising. I guess he didn't know where DK was on the map because he respawned. So DK is heading top lane, and we have a Mordekaiser ult.
Yeah, he is in the Death Realm. Yeah, but he missed the hook shot. 𝗀𝗃𝗿's going to go down. He flashes, but that's no chance. And that's a bad mistake out of 𝗀𝗃𝗿. That was just badly angled.
Yeah, talking about stuff we mentioned earlier in this game, 𝗀𝗃𝗿's Camille mechanics, not the cleanest.
DNK, the bear's been caught, he's in trouble, there's a repel, can we get the last chomp out of the spider? There it is, the flash forward, they will not get the second, as Simon just hit that B button as fast as he could.
Nicely done. This is something OPG has worked on. So OPG usually, when something like this happens, would overcommit to the fight and lose more than one member. So it's actually good to see Simon stepping away from this fight, cutting the losses, saying, okay, you're dead, sorry mate, and porting away. So that is something OPG definitely improved in their gameplay, but it's still going to be first turret for Celebrity, a lot of gold into the Aphelios, as we can see, and shame 𝗀𝗃𝗿 again for this very bad E.
Yeah, this was shocking. What is going on there, 𝗀𝗃𝗿? And flashes as well. Ugh, ugly buddy. What's going on?
To be fair to 𝗀𝗃𝗿, it was a very narrow corridor he had to shoot his E in, because champions came from both sides, right? So if the E connects with champions, it's not going to...
Flash first.
It's true.
Flash Vinnie.
Like, come on. Definitely agree with that. So, still a very bad play, and now gave over the kill to Mordekaiser, who's still not going to win the matchup. Liandry's is going to be nice in fights, though. Maybe he can 1v1 the Celebrity at this point.
I mean, I actually think he almost kills 𝗀𝗃𝗿 in the Death Realm now.
Maybe.
With this lead. Oh, not with the Triforce, though. I take it back.
Yeah, Triforce now completed. Also, double door runs is quite strong in early fights too. A lot of extra HP, a lot of 6% lifesteal can come in handy too, with all the extra damage from Triforce. So I feel like 𝗀𝗃𝗿 should still win this 1v1, but at least they've delayed the state where the 1v1 isn't even feasible to attempt. Like, if you get 1-2 more kills, 1-2 more items than 𝗀𝗃𝗿, Mordekaiser will struggle to even stand up to him in lane and defend the turret. That state has been delayed a little bit, and Team Secret needs to look for some other ways to accelerate the game. Though, of course, their scaling is not the worst either.
It's not, but there's actually been a consistent bot lane lead here for Vit, which is weird considering how much Xin has been roaming. Of course, Venus has been answering, but Xin was definitely leaving earlier. So there's potential for the Ezreal to do a lot. Of course, he has to hit his 2-item power spike first. But
he also went for the call, so he's very far ahead in terms of items. Yeah. This should be a good fight if they take it right now. All the gold for Team Secret landed in DNK's hands. He can look for an assassination, of course.
Into the Death Realm go the top laners. OPG's Simon bearing down on 𝗀𝗃𝗿, DK, and a Pantheon coming in. 𝗀𝗃𝗿 goes for the counter kill. But 𝗀𝗃𝗿 is not having a good game here. Will there be a counter? On the bot side, Vit's the target, and DNK will sink in the fangs.
So another kill for DNK, another kill for Simon on the other side. I'd argue Simon kill is more important to delay the inevitable Camille takeover of side lanes, so that is definitely a positive trade for OPG. It's going to be another turret for Celebrity though, interestingly enough, not completely funneled into his pockets the gold of the turret, which could have been done. Let's look at the bot side of this play and how it all was set up. At least just using pink wards and coming in. Very easy kill.
Yep.
Wow, their connection was also kind of questionable, I'd say. There were some minions, but they all stepped aside to let their ADC die.
Hey, you gotta do. Look, we know that our producer is a big fan of _𝗲𝗍 and just very proud of the minions. It's just rubbing off, you know. The minions just making Spoods proud. There will be the red ward cleaned out.
Speaking of making him
Don't you
proud,
think it's interesting that we still say pink ward? They've been red for a really long time.
True.
Go ahead.
Well, we have another objective on the map now. It's Cloud Drake. It seems like Team Secret wants to go for gold instead of the dragons. Maybe because it's Cloud. This should just be a traded objectives on the map. I'm not sure why DK is hesitating so long. I'm not sure what he's waiting for in the bot lane. Now slowly advancing into the river. It seems like they have finally realized that Team Secret is not going to go for the dragon. So there we go. It's just a trade across the map. It's going to put OPG on 2 dragons, but dragons are probably not super important in this game because both teams are far away from any kind of dragon snowball. So it's going to be about the next few fights across, on 2-3 items, which will decide the game.
Yeah, PHT will get the bot lane tower as well. Another bit of gold injection for OPG. So they're playing it very close here. In fact, they are, of course, ahead for now. And that's impressive. We didn't expect them to be really putting up much of a fight here against Team Secret, but they've definitely proved us wrong on that. Yeah, I mean, we are getting to the point in the side lane, though, where... What does Simon do? Even with Coded misplaying as much as he has, this is still a Mordekaiser that's very upset. Into the Death Realm, they go. At the moment, the Mordekaiser still does pretty well. But that was an absolutely necessary flash. But Simon now is in so much trouble. He's missing the Death Realm as there's the shutdown secured. Fortunately, it did go onto the Thresh. But still, it's going to be the inner tower. Pretty easy here. Oh, Celebrity. Celebrity has to heal. That was shocking, boys.
Oh, that was so greedy. They could have just stepped away for a second, waited for the Herald to hit. And now Celebrity in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Xin throws the spear, but the flash comes out. Now Zin's in trouble as DNK's here. Can he hit the cocoon? No, it stepped away, but it doesn't matter. There it is, the big shutdown. Straight over to the 𝗲𝗍, who nearly is going towards as many kills as she has legs.
Yeah, now you could imagine a world where this 𝗲𝗍 was something like a 𝗧𝗲𝗺𝗏 or a Zyra or a Gragas, and imagine the game impact of 1-1.
We're never getting Zyra jungle in pro play.
I know,
Stop wishing for it.
Well, it could also be a Teemo, which also would be way better.
I never want that in pro play. Get out.
So Coded is still behind in experience, by the way. Simon, with the 2 kills in the side lane, actually got ahead of him. He's 40 CS down, but that doesn't matter too much. As long as Simon can just stand there and clear minion waves, which, I mean, doesn't actually look like it's going to last for long. Look at these trades. As long as that is the case...
At the moment, Simon wins the Death Realm. Simon wins the Death Realm at the moment. That's the important part. As soon as he doesn't win the Death Realm, that's when it cracks.
Yeah, that's true. So we see Coded actually going for the old Camille build, not going for the Death Stance, which gives her a little bit more opportunity to freeze waves and stuff. We're not going to see freezes anyway, so she's just going to push all the time with her newly acquired item. So,
ooh, hello. There's a repel, but Simon will not be targeted this time. In the top lane,
I'm not sure what Team Secret is doing here.
Yeah,
they just lost the top lane turret for no reason whatsoever.
It's a bit strange.
They are looking a little bit confused. They don't really know what to do right now. Coded is not far enough ahead to really threaten for once. Team fighting is a little bit dicey, with Vid in a good position. The ADC is still missing some items, so you don't really want to team fight here. Yeah, 𝗲𝗍 is also not the greatest team fighter, of course, so you don't want to team fight. You can't accomplish anything with split pushing. So right now, Team Secret just playing in the waiting game, or they should be playing in the waiting game. Instead, they are trying to do weird things across the map and are losing turrets for it. So, still impressed with OPG's response to Team Secret, and Team Secret is looking a little bit weaker than they were last week, I'd argue, especially in terms of how they move across the map, how they are able to realize what they have to go for, reading their own win conditions. It's not looking too great.
Yeah, it's very true. PHT has been just sitting in the side lane playing PvE, doing pretty well on this Lucian picked. Artifact is going to go into him. As I talk about him, he gets absolutely walloped.
That
was
was
not close.
A one-shot.
Yeah, that it was.
That's not very surprising to me. Looking at the items, that should not be this clear. But I guess he had the surprise on his side.
Yeah, he had the jump on him.
Well, this Lucian is failing to really have an impact here. And of course, if Lucian can't play the DR1 style of just getting 3 kills in lane and just pressuring side lane all the time, he's kind of a useless champion. He's not the greatest team fighter. He's really bad into Aphelios. He's, as we just saw, he can't fight against Jace. And 𝗀𝗃𝗿 is going to eat him for breakfast. So this Lucian might actually be one of the downfalls of OPG's composition here, because it's really struggling to do anything. Of course,
pings on Simon's head. They want this 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄. There is the hook shot into the ultimatum. They go into the Death Realm. It is 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄 and the Spider. DNK should have this one. It was close, but no cigar. That's going to be a tower. That's going to be a Drake. And I think Team Secret have finally got the train on the rails, though they lose a mid lane tower in trade.
Yeah, still good responses for OPG. They are on the back foot, but at least able to still secure an objective here and there. They also got the third dragon, so nowhere close to a dragon soul right now for Team Secret, as I said before. Dragon is kind of just, not a very important objective in this game. Really just a little bit of table scraps. You take it if it's there, but you don't really care about it. So... Wow, he almost missed that hook shot as well. That would have been his
Zin
death.
is coming in here. They want Artifact. There's the shield bash. He's going to turn around, deal a lot of damage. The volley ult should confirm it, though, but he gets the 1-for-1 regardless. Flashes away from the true shot barrage. I don't know if that flash was worth it, as DK will claim the kill regardless.
Forced... No, he flashed away. Okay. Yeah, the flash wasn't great. Well, Artifact is definitely having a little bit of fun here with this Jace. A lot of damage. He's going full lethality.
Don't know how much.
Which might not be the best Chase option later on, but look at this burst on Zin. Zin also kind of messing up his E.
Yeah.
Should have pointed that to downwards. And, I mean, I guess you denied the gold from 𝗏𝗏𝗏, but is that really worth your flash? Probably not.
Yeah, it's a bit questionable.
The game is still moving pretty slowly for these 20 kills. We're looking at a very slow game.
DNK's been caught out here, goes up in the air. There's no lantern available. He goes gold as well. What the hell is that? As there's the shutdown. That could just be Baron.
It's going to be a Baron attempt. OPG really needs this objective to get the lead back. But it's kind of risky into Jace poke, into Aphelios ultimate, but they are very fast.
But they are really carving this one down. It's already on 3,000 health. I think Team Secret's underestimated the Baron speed. That's just been picked up. Now Simon targeted, but he goes into the Death Realm with Venus. There is the first kill. Now it's a 3v5. Aphelios ult comes out, as does the Camille. But this is OPG winning the fight at the moment. Can Celebrity turn it all around? He gets one. He goes down to PHT. Artifact charging on forward, but doesn't have the health, and OPG come out huge!
Ooh. And another snipe to finish it off. 2 kills to 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Contest was too late, and then they still committed to it. Team Secret really playing the OPG style, committing to every single fight they can see, and it's not to their benefit, as it often is not for OPG either. Way too late on this one, and Celebrity in a good position to carry this fight, especially if OPG decides to funnel into him. Instead, they need to go forwards, because OPG is fine just disengaging here. So 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 restarts the fight, immediately has to go away. Now 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏's the front line, gets caught by a Death's Grasp, and immediately dies as well. Artifact, I'm not sure what you're doing here. And then, look at this nice snipe. 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 could have potentially dodged, but yeah, in the end he didn't have vision, so not quite able to do so. And we're looking at a 2k gold lead and a Baron secured for OPG.
Yeah, OPG in a good position here. 𝗬𝗀𝗃𝗿 will begin to fall off. He is a lot of the team secret gold. With his 6 kills, Celebrity needs to start stepping up. He is on 2.5 items on Mr. 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗇𝗏𝗄. OPG.
It's a little bit unfortunate so far for Celebrity. He has missed a lot of big shutdown kills that went to either 𝗬𝗀𝗃𝗿 or Venus. So the gold allocation very bad for Team Secret. If 1 or 2 of these kills went into Celebrity's pockets, he would have been sitting on 3 items, working on his 4th item already. So very unfortunate there. He's still scaling up, and 250 CS, almost 3 items. He's going to be a scary force in the next few fights. But right now it's on OPG to accelerate the game and try to break some of the big structures in the base.
Yeah, they are looking towards this bot lane inhibitor tower. DK charges forward, turns the tower off. Xin diving in as well. They can blow the Pantheon up, but look at the damage onto Celebrity in the Death Realm with Simon. He goes down. This could be a disaster. 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 tries to trade it, but won't even get the tower. As Simon goes low, but the inhibitor is down. It looks like they're going to commit to trading it. 1 inhib for 1.
And
if 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 can
OPG
finish
is not able to get back here, that's not a bad trade for Team Secret. In fact, that should be a very good trade, because Baron recalls are coming in way too late, and 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏, for the first time, actually accomplishes something in the side lane. It took everyone to go away from his lane. He was supposed to just win 1v1, 1v2 even. Instead, now he won 1v0, but in the end, the outcome is the same, so Team Secret back in the game. It's only 2k gold deficit, and their side lane is looking scary now.
That it is. Yeah, that is the top. It's an inhib for an inhib, but you've got to still think that OPG has the priority at the moment. They look very, very strong in the team fights. As Venus is playing it a little bit on the edge, but he should be fine. This is a lot better from OPG than we expected. Even if they end up losing this game, they should be proud of this one.
Yeah, they are looking well coordinated. They have a common goal in mind. And they're not overcommitting to trying to save teammates or going for objectives. I like their Baron call a lot. They just turn to burst it down immediately, very quick on the judgment. They're very assertive. So definitely some improvements. We always say OPG is not quite as bad as some of the other teams we had to watch in the last few splits. And sadly, they're still 1-8. But I feel like we can see it in every single game they play. They are not a super bad team. They are the worst team in the league. Okay, that's true. They still show glimpses of hope and glimpses of good play individually and as a team especially.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this game, I think it's hard to call. Which way do you really think this one's turning at the moment?
Yeah, it's really not easy to call. DK.
He's okay. He's okay.
I feel like the 5v5 advantage right now lies with OPG, so Team Secret needs to find ways to not go into the 5v5s, especially because no one really has any armor penetration on Team Secret's side, and Ezreal is right now sitting at something like 180, 190 armor, so very hard to kill.
I mean, 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺 does, because of his leveling, right? He still gets armor pen.
Yeah, well, 10 lethality, nice.
I thought doesn't he get flat armor pen, or is that what they changed for lethality?
No, he that could change to lethality.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought they changed.
He always maxed at last. So.
Okay, I thought they changed the AD to lethality.
Yeah, it's not negligible. So, not really any armor pen so far for Team Secret. So that means, especially the Jace is falling off rapidly. He's now building into the Black Cleaver. I feel like once that is done, they
DK, that was so arrogant on the recall there. He immediately pops the ultimate, but has been caught out. They're trying to chunk through him at the moment. There's an 𝗬𝗺𝗺𝗺 ult that forces the flash away, but now Team Secret could be overextended. Teleport in the back line. Celebrity goes into the death realm with Simon. Should be able to win this one easily, but he's gone golden. Celebrity wants to try and find it. OPG gets it. It's traded 1 for 1 with with coded. No, never mind. I'm telling a lie. Artifact died as well. There is the ult coming in. That's going to be Celebrity getting blown up. No, it's not. The double kill 2 for 2. What a crazy fight.
And it's ADC carry time here. All the kills went to the ADCs. Ezreal is insanely strong right now.
PHT is in trouble. They're going to go forward here. DK gets hooked. This could be a disaster. Again, OPG being greedy with recalls. Vit trying to get it done. Everyone turns gold. It's the Midas touch. And DK now has to flash away. Vit so threatening. DK's got nowhere to go. No web to return to. And OPG turn it around.
Well, the start looked cool, but then again, it was a little bit of a disadvantage just in terms of carry position. How fast is DK? Look, how does he get away from this? This is absolutely ridiculous. So the animation can't keep track with the insane movement speed, so it looks very weird. Well, there we go. Celebrity into the death realm. This is not to kill him. Simon is just trying to buy time for his team to kill the front line, and it works in the end. His code goes down. Artifact did some dive nonsense that cost him his life as well. He even had flash available still. So at this point, it's a 2-for-2 trade. Team Secret should be very happy with this trade, but instead, they spot a recalling PHT.
Ooh, hello, we come back to live as there is a Baron. Team Secret is not going to contest it. They give up a second Baron. Yulwei, we might live in a world where OPG wins this game.
They still need to break some more structures. They are looking good. They are in a good position. But in the end, their team composition is still kind of lacking the final, like the finishing touches. It's hard for them to confirm victories in team fights as long as Team Secret doesn't overcommit. They have a lot of chase,
Team Secret
but the chase is very obvious and very hard.
That's the thing.
Hard to pull off. So.
They are overcommitting though. Surely that's part of the problem.
Sure, so far. But you can change that part all the time. And that means OPG always relies on Team Secret to make mistakes. That's what a 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 is basically. That's the essence of a 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, right? That's what Alice always talks about. They can't really win on their own. They need Team Secret to do something wrong. And as long as Team Secret is not doing that, which, to be fair, they have been doing all the game, but you can still change that playstyle. Like, you can now sit down as Team Secret and just say, okay, let's just try to kite. And if they ever try to kite, I think they just win the team fight still. So
this is going to be 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. I think both of the solo laners are about to show in top. OPG should take this tower and then immediately turn to Drake. You can see it. They're already doing it. This is going to be Soul picked up. And yes, it's a 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. But at the moment, those sins are looking bloody sweet.
They get another objective. It's still only 3k gold lead and no inhibitor is down. So Team Secret is feeling all right. The Baron will not amount to anything. It's actually just going to enable a little bit of a mid lane push. Yeah, and the Cloud Soul, of course. The Cloud Soul now secured will, of course, open up Elder. And Elder could be a way for Team Secret back into the game. So it's always, you always kind of look at the Cloud Soul and say, yeah, we really want this movement speed. It's nice for us to chase them down. But if we ever make a mistake in 5 minutes, this could cost us the game in the long run. So it's a scary situation for both teams. And of course, OPG is in the position where they don't really have anything to lose. They are 1-8 already. No one really expects them to make playoffs now. So They are playing a little bit more freely than Team Secret, who need every single game victory.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I think you're being a little bit harsh on the OPG. Like, yes, it's a 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, but I think there's sins on both sides, as everyone gets tagged by that true shot.
For sure.
And at the moment, I think OPG has repented as it's all on Celebrity. They're just going to siege up here in the mid lane. They go straight in. Artifact has to flash away. Xin going super low, but turns gold. DK has been found, and just as they sing their praises, OPG just throw 2 away. That was ridiculously over-aggressive.
Well, it's kind of what the comp has to do. DK and Xin just can't do anything else on these champs. These champs can't peel. They can only jump in. And that's what's going to happen if you jump in against a 4-item Aphelios and a 4-item Jace. You're just going to get annihilated.
They need Simon there. He has to Death Realm Celebrity.
Yeah. I feel like the only way OPG wins this game, even though they are still ahead, they are still ahead in gold, the only way is to force fights around neutral objectives, because you can't dive. It's just impossible for them to win dives. 𝗬𝗲𝗺 also can't contribute any damage. Look at 𝗬𝗲𝗺. 𝗬𝗲𝗺 desperately trying to hit some Qs. Everyone just kiting away from them. So there is nothing to be accomplished here. They got a decent amount of damage on the turret, so at least they might be able to brute force the next turret if they are able to secure another Baron. But it's all a little bit too slow. Look at the items from Celebrity.
Yeah, it's harsh here, as 𝗬𝗺𝗺 and 𝗘𝘀𝗽𝗃 are lurking in this bot lane brush. A lot of attempted little cheese plays from Secret, but OPG so far aren't picking it up at the moment. They're not falling for it. And I think we might be going to the next Baron or the next and the next Elder, in fact. I think it's an and, not an or. And I think that's where the game gets decided.
And that's not bad for OPG. It feels like it's bad, because usually when you're ahead, you don't want to really risk anything on the big monster objectives. But they kind of have to have Team Secret in a position where they contest the objectives, because as we just saw, dice and pushing in the base is just so hard for this composition. So on an open field, if you have good vision control, if you can actually see where everyone is positioned, and then maybe look for a flank, maybe look for a Death Realm on the still QSS less enemy AD carry, then you might be able to win team fights. And that's their big shot, because the DPS is there. Look at the ADCs. OPG has insane damage. They just can't make the damage land.
It's very bold of Celebrity to not pick up a QSS. As Simon has been caught out. Goodbye.
Oh.
Master of Metal? I don't
40
think so.
seconds to Baron. He has TP, so they have a 20-second window where he's still dead, and then a 4-second window for his TP to channel. They might just burst Baron down. I think that's the correct call to make.
It's a 5-item Aphelios. That Baron doesn't have a health bar.
Yeah, the Elise is very good against Baron too. Camille has true damage, so just take the Baron. It's 16 seconds away. Oh yeah, he wants to burn through his Gravitum gun here. That's a good choice for Celebrity. Very bad guns right now for burning Baron. Did he actually make that happen? It's only 3 members on the Baron.
It has a lot of ammo left, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He is ripping through it. You can see he used the Q immediately. But at the moment, just not contested. And so far, every Baron has gone for free. Baron's having a bad day. He's been killed 3 times.
Look at the speed still. That was with bad weapons. They could have been like 2-3 seconds faster with the white gun from the start. Instead, he had to use purple gun. But of course, it's still normal ADC damage, because 𝗬𝗺𝗺 does 𝗬𝗺𝗺 things.
Very fair.
That's a very good pick into Baron. Now the gold is dead even. The big objective, the game-deciding objective is to spawn in 1 minute. So who's going to get the better vision setup? Who's going to advance into the river, the bot side river first? Right now it looks like OPG, but they have not invested any vision into the river.
Yeah, at the moment, they're very scared to enter that bot side river. They just don't know where Team Secret is. They should spot out a couple now. Celebrity, of course, is seen. Camille in the side lane with a Baron buff. I don't think Simon can stop her. Yeah, you can see Xin is already having to rotate up to help out. 15 seconds on the Elder Drake. Team Secret will take it very, very quickly. The TP is coming in. 𝗬𝗺𝗺 caught out. There's lots of TPs here. There's going to be a big fight. This is probably going to decide the game.
Wait, what? Simon just went gold. What?
Oh, okay. That's a misclick. That's just a fat finger, surely. Coded rolls over the wall. Vit starts up the dragon to start dealing a little bit of damage to Team Secret, but now it's OPG with the positioning. 𝗬𝗺𝗺 looking for a way in. This Drake is going down very, very quickly. This could be a 50-50 to decide the game, Yulwei, but Simon has a Death Realm. It's not a real 50-50 if the jungler is trapped. 𝗬𝗺𝗺 going low. There it is. Team Secret get the Elder Drake. Coded dives in, but it's going to be the Celebrity getting the first kill. There's another one going down. DNK has got it. 2 kills for Secret. This should just be the game. Finally, 40 minutes. But Team Secret should finally take the win.
And what a sad game to rewatch for OPG. They were so close to toppling Team Secret, one of the best teams in the league.
You didn't have
very,
to say
very strong
for
play.
OPG. This was just a hard game to watch. This was not our cleanest.
No, Team Secret looking very bad in this first game, in my opinion. Some very strange mistakes. 𝗘𝗀𝗿𝗄 still not great on Camille. Really not his best carry champion. I think I think every single other carry champion he has looked better on. Camille,
But
he's
here
making
it
so many
is.
mistakes
It will
on
be
the
Team
play.
Secret taking the last fight. They blow Xin up. They're just going to get some glory kills. They don't even bother as they blow up the Nexus, and it was ugly. But it doesn't matter in the end as Team Secret do take the win. We'll be back in just a few minutes to bring you a chat with our analysts and, of course, Game 2. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we will see you in about 5 minutes.
The era of metal has begun, and metal shall prevail. For we know what they have done. 5 legends of our realm who sought to follow the path of their dark musings. But they did not know what they had summoned. Pentakill. To these creatures, there is but one thing left to do. Heavy metal.
G'day. So, how are your eyes, boys? Because mine are not happy after game one. Vinny, give us your breakdown of that one.
𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗏.
As the 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗏𝗁 main, I'm about to drop some wisdom on you. This is very high level stuff. I shouldn't really be saying it. This is kind of a 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗏 main secret. But when the Elder Dragon is up, and it's a 50-50, if you ult the jungler, he can't smite it. But no, Simon decided to ult a Thresh.
Yeah, it was
good decision.
Pretty shocking game from both sides. I mean, I was pretty impressed with the play coming out of the supports and the junglers for the majority of the game.
Yep.
The top lane was disastrous.
Yeah, top lane was a disaster.
It wasn't much better. So, and then the AD carries just kind of didn't do anything until late game. It was really quiet. It's really something to watch. I think there was a good period of like 10 minutes where Artifact did not appear on the camera because he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
He was sitting there in the side lanes, occasionally catching waves and watching PHT take towers. It was Team Secret.
It was something.
We decided on DNK as our MVP for game one. He had a very impressive Elise game, especially in the early game. Of course, then in the late game, he was Elise, so even 9 kills Elise can't really do much. Would have liked to see a different AP jungler, but in the end, he made it work. Nice picks later on, especially the one in bot lane against 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗏𝗁, right? Where they secured Baron off. So there was a big turn in the game, so really liked that pick as well.
Hit the
Just
important
please pick something different. Elise is not a good champion right now.
Which is good. How does Team Secret clean this one up, though? Yulwei, what needs to change? Because they won that game, but this is OPG. They should not be taking that long to win.
Yeah. So, top lane, I feel like was something Team Secret usually relies on quite a lot, for the 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 being ahead, bringing 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 ahead too. They invest a lot of resources into 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏, and then he used the resources to really break open mid-game. He was not able to do that. A lot of mechanical misplays, a lot of positioning mistakes from him. So I feel like the first step in the right direction has to be 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 playing better, just straight up. It sounds really stupid and simple, but he was not great on this Camille.
Yeah, I think also giving Artifact a little bit more of a pick with playmaking potential and agency, because the Jace really did nothing and then got a couple of picks from Deathbrush, and that was all the Jace really brought to the table. It was not an effective pick, even though it put out a lot of damage, but it wasn't very effective.
I feel like both mid laners kind of didn't do much in this game.
Yeah. It felt a lot like a 4v4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit rough. Let's look at OPG. Obviously, we don't really favor them to be taking a game, but they got much closer than we ever expected as we do head into draft. Vinny, what can they change up to potentially get themselves over the line?
I think if you went with a very similar draft, but give PHT Rise instead of that Lucian pick, you're in a good situation to do what you need to do. Maybe draft a bit better of Engage than the Volibear Pantheon. Or maybe a top laner with more Engage. Pick a Malphite, pick a Maokai. Pick something that's not the 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗏𝗁. I think just pick a bit more agency and late game depth. More agency for Simon, but more late game damage for PHT.
Yeah, I feel like the 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗏 needs to be played around, not in terms of you need to go to his lane, but you need to go away from his lane. You actually need to make stuff happen somewhere else. He's one of the best weak side champions in the game because you can't really dive him after level 6. So just if you want to play Mordekaiser, try to make stuff happen on the other side of the map. Try to dive mid lane, dive bot lane. Try to accelerate the other side because it's not going to be super useful to have your Mordekaiser be ahead. He's a decent champion in team fights. He can bring quite a lot of damage. His ultimate is very valuable if you actually use this on the enemy jungler especially.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like they played the Mordekaiser a little bit strangely. And if they want to go for Mordekaiser again, just pick a little bit better of the CC setup and go for dive.
Guys, I have an alert. Zeke is in. Zeke is in, boys. It's an alert. It's an alert. Put it out. He's playing his second game.
Third.
Oh, true. Second series.
So one of our 0% win rate players in the league. Can he get his first game victory on this new team? Of course, picked up in the off season. Why is he coming in? I'm not sure.
Secret. I'm really, really tired. If you lose this game, I'm going to bed. I'm not casting the third game. I just want to put that out there. I'm going to bed.
So, I also want to say, a point I wanted to make is don't split your draft if you're OPG. They drafted full dive in the first half and then completely pivoted away from it in the second. So, it looks like, again, they're going for the full-on sort of dive bully early game draft, but I hope they don't pivot away. That's really it.
So we have our mid laner and our ADC secured. Of course, Ashe open when 𝗘𝗧𝗏 is locked in. 𝗘𝗧𝗏 has really fallen out of favor in other leagues, so kind of surprised. Ashe Bard would be a very good rotation here to match roaming, to match laning prowess as well. So I kind of expect the Bard here. Maybe on to just secure a tank for Zika. Oh no.
Secret, I'm really tired. Please don't take this to 3 games. Why are you doing this? I'm genuinely offended.
We have seen a decent amount of Ashe with 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 out of other regions.
Yeah.
Top has played it when they've wanted to put 𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗃 and Yuyanjia on weak side. But I don't think that's what you should. That's definitely not what you should be doing if you're Team Secret versus OPG. You want to be pushing that bot lane, especially when Zeke is in. If Zeke is in, you
Some redeeming qualities about this 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. He is quite strong in lane, especially if you can tap the 𝗘𝗧𝗏 with your tongue lash. She's going to struggle because that's a very big slow and a lot of damage too. This should also give you a lot of safety against Pantheon, so kind of countering the Pantheon in lane and then also in rotations because you can just follow him with your ultimate and then eat the target he wants to go for. So it's kind of an attempt to block the Pantheon completely. Now that I think about it, I don't actually mind it too much. Of course, I never want to see the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 over Bard, but I feel like it's an okay position to pick 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. And now 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 has also committed into Elise jungle, a champ that is really bad into 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 because your 1 CC gets nullified by the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 completely. So I guess
I mean, another reason I don't like the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 picked here is because of the current jungle pinch that's going on right now. Of course, you can go for an AP jungler like the Karthus still, but I don't know if that's really in DMK's wheelhouse. And on top of that, I think it would be fine if it wasn't a Lucian. I think the Lucian is the fact you have a Lucian mid laner, you can't bring any form of engage from the mid lane. Or, I mean, you can go for the Ornn pick, but it's been repeatedly nerfed, and I don't know how well that's going to do up into the Renekton. So yeah, as a lane matchup, the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 is fine. I'm just really questioning how they're putting their comp together.
Could be a little bit of a flex here with the top lane Lucian instead. Oh, Artifact is an Aurelia Master, so yeah, that is good to see. One of the players with the most champs picked in our league, so no stranger to some one-off picks here. Of course, it's kind of blind. could also still, of course, go in 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄's hand. Hence, it's one of 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃's best champs as well.
It's true.
He's known for 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, Aurelia, and Poppy. So
I'd love to see his
he's
Poppy.
still. Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The VCS special. We did just have another caster pop in to the stream. So welcome to the VCS. It's 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗃 time.
Yeah, this is absolutely a classic for the league. We all know it's the AP 𝗦𝗏𝗍𝗄 evolved. It's just throw a skill shot and remove a health bar. And there's the Rise coming in.
Yeah,
so
you get your wish.
there is that late game of insurance policy.
I don't mind this.
So overall, yeah, 𝗀𝗃𝗺's draft is pretty much all in on early game with the Rise as backup, and that's about the only pivot you should be having.
They have no range whatsoever.
True.
They have a really big range problem into 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗃, Shyvana, and Ashe. So
yeah, okay, yeah. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. That is so if Secret does get a lead, their siege is going to be insane. And if
This is
𝗀𝗃𝗺,
Lucian top, by the way. That didn't get swapped.
I think
yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense because the lane matchups are way better this way. Might
you should.
enable PHT to just farm in mid lane a little bit more. So I want to see some time invested in mid lane to bring Artifact ahead, because Aurelia from behind is a very useless champion. So I would like to see some early attempts. Maybe, I mean, it's 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗃 Shyvana. She's not there to gank. But maybe level 6, they can look for some kills here and there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's true. So, Vinnie, talk to us a little bit more about this Team Secret comp. What are their win conditions and how do you feel about it?
So I think overall they're looking to scale reasonably into the late game team fights, and they're looking towards that Lucian pick as a bridge to sort of play around early. So maybe we see a couple of ganks top, but generally it's just looking to farm away and get the and maybe have Lucian win on his own to sort of give them that point of power to carry them across to when the rest truly come online.
And do you now? Of course, we will get your prediction. Do you have faith in Team Secret, or are we going to 3?
I think the bot lane of Secret with the the lane matchup they have might actually be enough to carry through it.
All right, so you think it will be Team Secret. We'll talk to you again after the game, don't you worry, but for now it will just be me and Yulwei. We didn't really talk about OPG's comp a huge amount. What do you think of it? And run us through where you think they'll play around early.
So for me, it's all about mid lane. Elise, Rise, it's such an easy gank setup. Flash double, EW from Rise into Cocoon into a lot of execute damage too. Should give you at least 1 kill on Artifact early on. Then Rise, when he gets ahead, should be able to win the 1v1 into Aurelia too. So I would like to see a lot of attention there, especially because you're facing an 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗃 Shyvana, who's not going to offer a lot of gank assistance or even gank setup for his mid laner. By the way, just a quick aside, this Shyvana started Q to get a ward kill.
Okay.
Usually that's very bad in the jungle, but I guess she got a lot of assistance, so not a big problem. You want to start E, of course, for the added max health damage.
Yeah, I mean...
𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗃 taking a super bad trade at level 1. That is not a good start.
Yeah, that was shocking. It's interesting. That's going to slow the Shyvana down. It means she won't really be able to take W until level 3, which isn't ideal, particularly starting on this bottom side of the blue jungle. Oh,
she probably has to skip
trades, by
Raptors
the
now.
way. Speaking of trades. Ashe. Hello.
Ashe. Yeah, Ashe into 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄. It's one of the biggest counters, and one of the reasons we don't see 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄 anymore, because Ashe beats her in lane and then outscales her too. So kind of the best of both worlds. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄 can't really do much, and we have a Pantheon in a lane that he's going to lose. So how can he be enabled? How can he move out of lane? We saw a level 2 gank last game that resulted in the first blood. Not going to happen here. Instead, 𝗘𝗀𝗃𝗃 looking for something.
𝗃𝗃 moving forward here. The Devour has
Oh, no.
already been used. Celebrity is absolutely dead. Can they get the double kill? Venus flashes away. And OPG have struck first. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 wants to get something back in the mid lane, but PHT utilizes that flash.
So that's a kill for...
Oh, hello! It's not
never
over!
mind.
This spider is wanting to get those fangs in and gets herself a nice little meal of catfish. OPG.
What a great
They
start
don't
for the
stop.
bot lane. This could turn around the very bad matchup we saw in the early game too. So Venus, well, that's in hindsight it looks very bad, but you can't really anticipate the gank, and usually this W would have been nice in the trade. So well, this oh man, this whole replay is just shaming Venus. Yeah, he should have walked underneath his second turret. That was a very bad recall position, of course. And this whole replay made Venus look very silly. Can the NK answer on the top lane? It's warded, and the dive onto Renekton with two squishy champions, not
No
super
CC
easy.
as well. Like, literally
Yeah.
0 CC. I feel like this is just going to be a Krug steal. If they go for this dive, I feel Simon gets a double kill.
Zin is
Particularly
here. Hello,
with
Zin.
Zin. G'day, mate.
And
DNK
at
is
least
going to
he's
be the
approaching too.
target, and oh dear God. DNK's been found, and OPG are 1,000 gold ahead. 3 kills at 4 minutes.
Team Secret is really losing it right now. They have no idea what's going on the map. Completely
this-
outplayed so
Did
far on jungle
I?
pathing.
Oh no, Zeke is now targeted. Slice and Dice has been used. He's trying to kite away, but has to flash. Did I, like, annoy some dark elder god and said, hey, I really want to go to bed early. I'm tired.
PHG has no flash. PHG has no
Ooh,
flash.
Yeah, but Artifact's under tower there. Takes 2 tower shots. There's no chance there.
If he was slightly better positioned, I think there was a solo kill.
Yep,
If he doesn't
potentially.
get turret aggro in the W, he definitely jumps on in with the Q and finishes off the kill, in my opinion. So close. He also still has Ignite ready. So he's really looking for his moment to shine in mid lane and turn it all around. His team is struggling across the globe. Map. Sorry. The globe.
Summoner's Rift is flat. It's all been a lie.
Yeah, it's true.
flat rift. This is going to be the first Drake. DNK comes into it, the attempted steal, but the safe hands of DNK are better. Turns out 3 letters are better than 2. Venus is the target, and he goes down. Celebrity now is a little bit caught out. There's no real turn threat, but a brilliant flawless duet will stop the chase.
The kills 4-0 for OPG. They have snowballed ahead with this bot lane again.
Zika is dead. So, why isn't
Welcome back to the VCS, Zika. You got all the resources in draft with Lucian first pick and are now losing to Renekton in the top lane. So, not the greatest start. Another bot lane dive.
No, they really want to abuse this bot lane. Celebrity, he is okay at the moment. He's desperately trying to get another level or so. Venus is the target. He can't gobble himself. Zin put up the shield. Now DK's the target.
Oh my
It's
God.
all gone wrong. And it's 2 kills for Secret. And we are watching the most VCS game in the VCS. As we get a replay of this solo kill. It was just Simon hunting him down. It got a little bit close in the end as Simon...
Yeah, because he didn't
need to
use
cut him
W at the start.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would have been very, very decisive if the W was used at the start. Instead, he hold on to the W for the end. And this dive is very hard to make work against 𝗬𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗽's positioning very well. He also hits level 4 here. So, absorbs both of the big CC spells, also not very well layered in terms of the CC. And then the Elise was caught off guard by the stack turret damage, because Zin didn't show the turret damage correctly, because of course he blocked a lot of the stacking with his E. So Elise didn't really see how much damage was going to come at her, and then she just died with 300 HP. Did we miss a solo
in the
kill
mid lane? Here we go. This is a replay. You're right. We must have missed a solo kill.
Yes.
The Realm Warp came in, and the Ignite must have burnt him down.
Oh.
Ooh, did it continue? It looks like Simon must have got DNK here. Yep, DK coming in. And Yulwei. I think we've got some blood on the rift. Okay.
Why did he ult
could have
that
gone
direct?
the other way.
Another
Potentially
kill,
gotten out.
and another
Artifact's
one.
in some trouble. Another one, as we have blood being spilled. 11 kills in 8 minutes your way. Would you have it any other way? Are you not entertained?
Please just don't replay anything anymore. We miss kills every single time we try to go for it.
What are we watching? What are we watching, boys?
Oh, another one.
DK's going in on BHT. It's another bit of fire, another bit of blood. And do you love it? How can you not? This is the best League of Legends, and it comes from Vietnam.
Oh God.
In the bot lane, we have another bit of a fight. Might not result in a kill, but Xin is the target. Is there access to the arrow? There certainly is.
Available flash.
Yeah, but she's not going to pull the trigger on it. There it is, the instant flash. Ooh, and up in the top lane,
side of the map.
there was another kill. Yulwei, help. Help me.
But how? Oh God. Well,
learn to play by
VCS
play.
is in a very bad spot here. Double buffs for Simon, and Simon's very far ahead.
I'm so tired, Yulwei. I'm so tired. I can't do this.
Isn't this game waking you up?
Yulwei, I got 4 hours sleep last night. I'm knackered.
Oh, no.
DNK, he just wanted his blue buff. He just wanted his blue.
Yeah. Well, that's a good invade. Well played for OPG. Not really worth the replay, to be honest. I guess we missed it on the first part, but just a clean execution on 𝗖𝗃. I'm not sure what PhD is doing here. He wants a piece of the cake too. He wants some turret
I think
plates.
they're actually putting the gold onto him. I think. Well,
Not
Simon
really.
didn't back off enough.
Well, he handed over turret plate in the mid lane to Artifact and a good reset as well. So very bad decision there. Oh, come on, DNK, you had Smite. Come on, Smite that. Well, this game definitely is some League of Legends. I'm not sure how to rate
is
it.
Legends
I'm very
the
sure
way
how
to
rate
put it? Celebrity's
Celebrity?
now been caught out. The Abyssal Voyage comes in. Can we get the gobble? Not in time. Your way. What are we watching? What's going on? Secret's meant to be one of our top teams.
Yeah.
Why? What is going? I'm scared. I'd like to go home.
To be fair, Team Secret with 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗏 is the worst team in the league. They have 0% win rate, so we're watching the worst team against the second to worst team. So, well, fair enough.
It will be a equalizing Drake here, and we head to the Ocean Rift. Is it going to slow down at any point? When does this slow down, Yulwei? When did these comps slow down?
So 14 minutes, I guess, when the turret platings have fallen and no one really can play for any objectives. But so far, no one has played for any objectives either, so I'm not sure if that's relevant at all. So Team Secret should resort to do farming a little bit more, especially the Lucian. Is not a champion right now. Can't win against anyone in the side lane, and he's 2 CS up on the Renekton, so at least he has a CS lead. He should have something like a 30 CS lead in this matchup to be relevant. He's also 4 kills down.
Oh, DK coming into the bot lane, but won't throw the cocoon. For once, a play ends without a kill. There hasn't been many of those. We have a look at look at the top lane gold. That's bad. Why is 𝗧𝗃𝗃 Why is 𝗧𝗃𝗃 playing? We have a bit of a fight in the jungle. DK's been exhausted. There is a realm warp. This could turn around as Venus has his grey health. The culling comes out. It's just a bit of zoning. And somehow everyone survives.
Team Secret investing a lot of time top lane to get Artifact really far ahead. Usually it's coated in this position, but now it's Artifact being funneled all the resources in top lane turret He will be the highest level 2 with all the solo experience.
Abyssal
but
Voyage
in the meantime,
coming in. They're targeting onto Vit. There has been an arrow already. The OPG collapse is coming, though. They need to get this kill very, very fast. The Devour's in. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment as 𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃 died somewhere. It's going to turn around. 𝗧𝗂𝗃𝗃 will get one, but now he's against two. PHT and Xin. This is a bit of a roughie. The shield goes up. 𝗧𝗂𝗃𝗃 dash flash. And he gets out. On the other side, though, it never ever stops. Flawless duet is used. There's the Vanguard, and Artifact rips him up. That was a pure outplay.
This champion is insane.
Man,
the
it's
poor
insane.
Renekton didn't even know what hit him there. That was almost full HP. Renekton engaging on 200 HP Aurelia, and of course, Aurelia wins.
Do crocodiles have ankles? Because I think they're broken. Let's see how this solo kill happened. I mean... Yeah, okay. Did we need a replay?
Ow. Ow.
Yeah. 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗁.
They were on the same level, by the way. Yeah. The Shyvana just got wrecked. And
look at this play.
Can we get slow motion, please?
Oh, how does he win this? How's he done it?
Oh! Q again?
Oh!
That was some exquisite Aurelia play, to be fair. But this champion, it's so hard to read.
I'm just saying, I'm telling you, crocodiles can't chew. So clearly, he just couldn't, he bit off too much. And he choked.
Yeah.
He's choked.
Yeah, it's true. He almost one-shot 2 players back-to-back, but not quite able to. And Artifact is the only hope for Team Secret at this point. He's the shining light. He needs to carry this one. I feel like he might not be able to repeat his success in this 1v1, though, as Simon is now aware of what Artifact can do. And also, he didn't have this ultimate.
There we go, though.
Fight.
It's going to be a 2v1 as Simon does get a bit of healing, but there's a little bit of AP Shyvana Tech W. Can he land another bomb? It should be coming up momentarily. He misses. Ooh. There's the speed buff, though, and it doesn't matter. He finally gets a bit of revenge.
Is it going to be the
another fight here down in the bot lane? 𝗃𝗃𝗃's just been blown up. Venus will be the second course. And Yulwei, we've got 23 kills at 14.5 minutes.
We had 1 kill a minute last game, 41 minutes, 41 kills. Can we get the double kill per minute? We're getting close. There's a few more bloody team fights needed, and then we can actually end the game at 20 minutes with 40 kills. I think it's possible.
We definitely could.
By the way, the first time these two teams met, we had the fastest game of the season so far. Team Secret stomped OPG in the first game in 22 minutes and 37 seconds. Not very likely in this game, but maybe OPG can get their revenge here in less than that.
Yulwei, I'm scared. I'm scared and confused.
Look at the itemization, by the way. Team Secret made a big discount, or numbers discount for buying Blade of the Ruined Kings.
Buy 2, get 1 free. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they wish it would be like that, because 𝗃𝗃𝗃, if they could give 𝗃𝗃𝗃 a free blade, he would actually be a champion right now.
Hey, he's up in farm.
Very useful.
He's up in farm. That's what matters, right?
True.
Simon is going to be targeted out here. Venus trying to get onto him. There has been an ignite. Simon will take out a little bit of damage, but Simon says, I get to escape.
DNK's ultimate, slightly off. Did not hit the CC, did not hit the damage. By the way, AP Shyvana, everyone is always talking about the E, but the ultimate has a 1.0 AP scaling as well. So hitting that one, quite important. Not the case here. DNK is still level 11. He's higher than his top laner. And he's in a good spot to carry his team. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 is going to die again.
No, he's okay at the moment. He throws the culling, dealing a lot of damage here to PHT, but the overload rips a lot back. Don't get too greedy with DK over the wall. It's 4-2 Elise, by the way.
Look at PHT's build. He wants to be a mid-game Ryze. He's not scaling for the late game. He's not waiting for the 6 items for the 60 minutes.
Yulwei, late game is at 25 minutes in this. Look at the gold totals. Look at the gold totals at 16 minutes. What the hell is going on?
A lot of kills are going on.
Artifact is in a lot of trouble here as he throws out the Vanguard's edge. But even Aurelia can't turn that one around. And Simon claims a kill.
Irelia finally shut down. Celebrity is just looking around and has no idea what's actually going on. 1-3-2
Fair
after
enough.
dominating the early game.
Fair enough, Celebrity.
Yeah, no one really knows what's going on in this
What
game, to
is
be honest.
going on?
Well, we are looking at a 3K gold
Vit
lead.
making
for
a bit
OPG.
of a play here, but the Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes in. Zin joins the fight. The Gobble has come in. Celebrity spit possibly the wrong way, as he cannot trade the kill. Simon charging forward uses that Bork slow, wants himself a lovely fish dinner. DNK whips a bomb over the wall to kill the 𝗘𝗀𝗃𝗲, and it will be the catfish dinner that bottom feed has been fed on.
And Zin has really ascended to not being a support anymore. Look at his score, 6-1-6. He has more items than the enemy ADC and the enemy top laner, so he's not going to play support here. He's the main carry of his team. He is going to snack every single kill he can see. What is going on? 18 kills to 9. We are 9 kills off our 2 kills per minute, so Team Secret has to step it up. OPG on the cause.
Look at the farm in the jungle, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite normal for this matchup, I have to say. So, not really going to, like, flame DK too much. Farming on Elise is not very useful, because she's not scaling anywhere. So, just going for kills over and over again, using your dive potential, using your CC, is the better call. That's why she's a bad champion right now, because right now you should farm all the time. So, I think DNK and DK are playing a good game. But DNK, of course, a little bit stronger individually, and we saw his big damage already. He might be able to carry some of the team fights later on, especially if he's able to, like, chunk PHT low enough for Artifact to execute him, chunk Vit while he tries to jump around. So,
Ooh, Zin was slowed up, but they didn't commit onto him. Not with the 2 in the mid lane. Artifact very pushed up here as hello, Herald. Gonna have a bit of a walk to a tower. I assume that was just expiring, or it might have been DNK forgetting he had it. A bit interesting.
And too far away from the turret to really threaten.
It's not going to get a charge. Oh, Zin jumps over the wall to get the stun just to make sure that they can kill the Herald. Yeah, it's not going to get a charge. No chance. And Secret
that would have been the turret.
Objective.
Straight up. Look at the HP of the turret. The turret would have gone down to a charge. So another misplay from Team Secret. They are looking very off today. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe scrims didn't go well. Maybe they didn't sleep well. Maybe the shot caller is caught some kind of illness or something. But they
Simon, he's in some trouble. This is going to be trying to trade it back onto Zika. He has to flash away. And it's a 1-for-1. But look across the map as Celebrity's dead. Venus has gone gold, but he won't get away. Neither will DK. Artifact now coming forward. Hits another beautiful flawless duet. It's got to be said. This Irelia has been brilliant. He's now got to try and find a way out. But no chance as Zin digs in the spear. Yulwei, we are 20.5 minutes in, and I'm getting out of breath. My throat hurts.
We have 22 kills for one of the teams, not combined, for one of the teams.
This is a 34 kill game in 21 minutes. What
and both teams have just decided
the hell
to not
are we
play.
watching?
Yeah, they've both decided to not go for any objectives or anything. Just fight all the time. Just play solo queue style.
They're about to move to Ocean Salt Point, though. This is huge.
Yeah. And they have 2 Morellos, so they can cut their own healing in half. Not sure why there's 2 Morellos in their inventories. I guess Shopkeeper once again made a double deal or something. So really cutting down the healing on the other side. To be fair, triple blades, so it's not the worst item ever. Ooh. As you can see, Celebrity just getting trucked by the big artifact PTQs.
Yeah,
and a little bit of the turret aggro was kind of unfortunate there. Vit should have taken the turret aggro. He goes down anyway. An artifact super close to getting a triple kill, and instead, good coordination for PHT, and of course the super fat support contributed a lot of damage. Now 7-1-6, building a second damage item right now. Still ahead of items compared to the enemy top laner. Behind in experience now, so. That's a little unfortunate for Pantheon.
Yeah.
Where can he go next?
It's definitely unfortunate. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗍 chilling in the river here. 𝗙𝗃𝗺 wants to get the kill onto this Rise, uses the Vanguard's Edge. There's a big shield, but there's an instant shutdown. OPG could not rotate in time, but they will manage to get away at least.
𝗀𝗃𝗃 does not want to wear the mask for another game. We can clearly see he wants to end this game, even from 4k gold deficit. He is getting very fed, a lot of damage. 𝗦𝗃𝗃 also finishing a third item, so there is still some hope for Team Secret. And OPG needs to continue the aggressive dives and needs to continue accelerating, because they once again locked in a lot of early game champions. So,
I mean, that's a good point. They're all wearing masks, so we have to ask, are they a big guy? And I know you're not going to get that reference because you don't watch movies, but someone in chat will like it. Someone in chat remembers that joke. But OPG will...
Come on.
Okay. You don't watch superhero movies. Yeah. But OPG certainly watch objective timers as they've jumped on the Baron. There's no contest here. It's already down to 3k health. And this is 2 games in a row where Secret has really been caught sleeping.
Yeah, they don't even try to contest this time. Last time they tried to just jump in. Kind of surprised they didn't go for that this time around. I guess 𝗦𝗃𝗃 didn't have any means to get there. Of course, no teleport on this mid lane. I really wanted to go for early solo kills, and he made it work, but this now has cost them later on. OPG in the last game kind of failed to do anything with their Barons, but this Baron, it will wear off before Ocean Soul starts. So
I have to
when they
criticize 𝗦𝗃𝗃 a little bit. Why doesn't he have Merc Treads? Merc Treads would have actually just won him some of these kills. Like, that triple kill he nearly got, he gets that with Merc Treads.
It's a good call.
Like, you have 3 items, but you haven't built your Merc Treads yet? What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, he really tunnel visioned on the 1v1, I feel like, with the Wit's End already built. Of course, Wit's End is a super good item on Aurelia, but yeah, I agree. Merc's first would have been better, especially against the double CC thread, or even triple CC if you count Xin as well. So I want to go back to what this Baron means, because OPG needs to break an inhibitor here and really apply pressure. Best would be top lane to get all...
PhD's been soloed out. He got hit by a 𝗂𝗏𝗍. There's a gobble coming in. Can they actually get the kill? On the other side of the map, Celebrity has gone down. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 now eating some spears. He'll get rendered. Venus with a lot of shield. 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗃 desperately trying to kite. Can't do enough damage though, and that's 4 kills. OPG could just win the game.
They don't have a wave, but there's the recall stop from 𝗦𝗃𝗃. Can he kill Simon?
𝗦𝗃𝗃's dead.
Simon gets the kill.
This has to be game. They're just going to walk this in. There's the teleport, and OPG are going to take us to game 3. I hate my life, but I love the VCS. Look at the kills.
Minutes. OPG stomped Team Secret in this game too, and
41 kills. 41 kills in 25 minutes. It's the most VCS game the VCS has ever VCS'd as the Nexus goes down, and OPG once again beat 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗃. He truly is their biggest buff. And we'll be back in just a few minutes to bring you game 3. I don't know what the hell happened either, guys. We're going to have to take a few minutes to figure it out. Don't go anywhere, and God, I hope you're enjoying the show. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back to VCS English, where we bring you a video game. I don't know if it was League of Legends, but it was certainly something. Vinny, what were your takes on that game? Obviously, you did some deep analysis, but do you want to share it with us?
Yeah, if people die when they are killed. That's about all I've got.
Perfect.
That's about all I've got out of that game. My God.
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I've changed my background to reflect what's going on. I have no idea what I'm doing. What is happening? What did we just watch?
Well, watched a lot of kills.
A lot of kills, yeah.
A lot less minutes.
So we have 41 kills in game 1, 41 kills in game 2. Can we get 41 kills in under 20 minutes? That's the challenge here.
Yulwei, I
Coach is
thought
back
we
in,
were
by the
friends.
I have good news. I am the bearer of good news. Coded's back.
Yeah, I saw him too.
So it won't be as bad, hopefully. I don't know what to say. That was a
one
shocker.
could question the decision to put in 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗿 just to let him lose another game and destroy his career.
Ruining his career.
Whatever is left of his career.
He can join 𝗘𝘀𝗽𝗄𝗿𝗄 and 𝗪𝗲𝗏. So I guess we're in draft now, and we are seeing the Pantheon ban.
About time. Zin's been great on it twice.
Yeah, Zin's basically solo carried the early games on that pick. It's he's been showing up. This man is refusing to go into that long good night.
And even though the last game was hilarious, it's now a very important game for Team Secret, especially. They can't afford to lose against 𝗧𝗲𝗺. They would lose so much. Yeah, they would lose so much on the other playoff teams, even opening up maybe the 4th spot for EVOS or Present or even SGB if they lose here. So it's important to win this one.
I wouldn't say percent, but for EVOS definitely. So we see the Nidalee again removed by 𝗧𝗲𝗺. The jungle pool has been pinched quite a lot over the course of this series.
But at the same time, they've always found something to do. That 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿 has been contested.
𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗿 is 2-0 now in the series.
Oh my God, it's another Lucian first pick. Oh God, I don't know, boys. Vinny, how's your play-by-play been recently?
We're going to be 3 for 3 on this first pick Lucian loss. Because I think that's gonna be the case.
I'm upset.
Yeah, the difference between PHT Lucian and 𝗏𝗏 is so obvious. You should just put him on 𝗏𝗏 all the time. He actually looks good on 𝗏𝗏. His teamfight and his positioning is decent. He deals a lot of damage.
So
yeah,
his 𝗏𝗏 is so good, and the Lucian is just not.
And we are freed of 𝗃𝘀𝗽𝗃𝗿. Yay!
Yeah, back to 𝗓𝗏 on the side of Venus, and we've got the Ashe again. So should be a strong bot lane. Hopefully they don't. I mean, unless they get dived again at like level 2. Ooh.
By the way, once again, 𝗧𝗲𝗺 banned their own Nidalee. DK by far most played champion is Nidalee, so it's a little bit of a weird one here. The Team Secret banning Grace and 𝗧𝗲𝗺 banning Nidalee doesn't really make too much sense.
So,
but here we are.
I heard the sigh, and I'm gonna be a weird one here. I don't mind the Volibear pick so much.
Not what I was sighing at, thankfully. I was sighing at Nautilus.
Oh, okay.
I just don't like Nautilus. I just hate him.
Yeah, okay. Zin has had a very small champion pool over the course of the split. He's really played Bard, which was often banned against him, and it hasn't been this series. The Nautilus and the Pantheon. And he might have played something else, but those 3 are his primary picks. And the Nautilus is by far his worst, so this does not bode well for, the powerhouse that was the Xin in the last 2 games.
This is...
Vinny, let me ask you a question. You said you don't mind the Volibear, but do you think Volibear is happy seeing the enemy 3 champions here? Do you think he can play into Ashe slows, into Flace and Box, and into the Sun from Rise?
So yeah, he's going to have difficulty. He's definitely going to have difficulty.
It's going to be a very sad bear. It's going to be another koala performance.
Again, I don't mind it so much because it's the DNK takeaway. DNK's had small low jungle pool, but though with the Elite still open, that's always the option. That's always an option, and they're gonna last pick the jungler.
What?
Why?
Wait,
what?
I mean, last picking jungle is very valuable right now if you actually last pick good junglers, like 𝗬𝗲𝗺𝗏.
I mean, sure, but you have coded. Reach into your bag of tricks, pull out whatever. Senna, Nautilus bot lane into Ashe, Thresh should be a wash.
That's fine. That's a wash. That's a handshake lane. There's nothing's going to happen. But we have the Senna Thresh matchup, so we can see one of the two actually get a lot of extra souls. That's always cool to watch. When does the event trigger? I don't remember. Both level 11 or?
I think so. And we're going to see DK on the Gragas. So it's actually going to be a top Volibear into Wukong. That's actually an okay pivot when you're not.
No.
Oh, come on. Oh, that is the worst use of R5 I've seen. I prefer R5 Renekton to R5
I do too.
What the hell? You could have just picked Rek'Sai R4, and then you get a free counter pick, and you get to break that Volibear. You get to skin yourself a nice bear rug. That's
R5 Rek'Sai.
What happened to Team Secret? Weren't these guys good at drafting?
Guys.
Yeah, they were.
Guys, which one of you...
Are you outie?
Did one of you wish on a monkey paw, like, I want Team Secret to beat Garm, and then the finger curled? They did beat Garm, but now they're doing this.
I didn't sign up for this.
We don't get paid. We're doing this for free. Why?
We're doing this for fun. Quite around to fun.
Oh man, another Lucian Rice matchup here.
So
Coated against Simon. I think we should focus on the top lane this game because Coated is coming back in from the bench. He should be the far better top laner, but he struggled in game 1 with a lot of mechanical misplays. So let's see how he can perform after showing us a very weak game 1 and getting benched for game 2. So this is all on Coated to prove to us that he's still in the upper echelon of top laners, of course.
Yeah, I think we should be looking towards the jungle because we have all in early game from DNK.
Well, Vinny,
we have.
What we need from you is a prediction. We're seeing the Rift. You get to go just watch this from the sidelines, so you're a privileged boy.
I predict casted tears.
Yeah, that's already happening. I've had a rough night, and it's getting rougher.
I imagine I can't, in good faith, pick OPG to win the series, even though Team Secret has looked pretty bad today. So
fair enough.
Let's say Secret.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone win at the moment? Team Secret. I actually think Team Secret have come out of draft with a pretty good comp, but why the hell did you last pick the Rek'Sai? What?
So many other options available to them. So yeah, I agree. Everything but jungle, and even if you just look at this 5 champion stack, like if you don't know where the champs came in, you're like, okay, that's a decent draft. Rek'Sai is still okay right now. It's not really the greatest jungler, which kind of still does what she does. So fair enough. But R5 for Rek'Sai has to be one of the biggest sins I've ever seen. So where are we going to focus? We wanted to talk about top lane. The matchup should be in 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏's favor, not because of champion picks, but because of player skill.
Yeah.
Or maybe one of the two junglers can path towards top side. DK and Rek'Sai starting top side is not really indicating that, though. So we might see a little bit of isolated Zoo matchup in the top lane.
Yeah, it's very possible. We could definitely see the uncaged animals. And we've definitely seen some uncaged animals in this series. Really kind of wish there was a zookeeper pulling them in. But DNK will be just going buff to buff. Just wants to potentially
rushing
go
level 3 for an early bot lane gank. They, of course, have Lantern. Oh, they might skill Lantern level 2 on Venus to pull him in. And maybe look for a flash knock up from DNK.
Yeah.
He's kiting upwards, which surprises me a little bit. I thought he would go for an early bot lane. Bot lane is so open for a gank right now.
It looks like he potentially wants mid lane instead. Yep, he's coming around to the mid lane. I wish we could have a look at it because he is going to go in. I'm seeing it on the map. Observers, please. PHT will go down. Didn't see the start of that gank, but it isn't. Not even a flash. Just a tunnel knock up. Must have been on a rune prison.
Very easy setup, of course. This is more of a pre-planned gank than actually adapting to the game state. I feel like bot lane gank would have been a little bit of an adaptation shown, but I mean, it still succeeded. So very nice first kill for 𝗏𝗏𝗏. This time it's his time to, just show us some Rice skills. Of course, the last time he played the Rice, he had a little bit of an artichoke. Let's hope it's not the same again.
If it's that one again, I'm going to have to break my count out. Be ready. Oh, no. This is, never want to repeat of that artichoke. That was one of the worst plays we've seen. So let's see how this one started off. It must have just been a rune prison that lands. Yep.
Yeah,
just
EW. Well, PHT had a split second to flash away from one of the auto attacks, but it's super risky. If you go for the flash and it doesn't succeed, you just expose yourself to another kill.
Yeah, I also feel like if they do that, DNK just flashes and kills him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true too.
So, not the best. Of course, in the bot lane, it is going to be the farming center, as we've seen becoming more and more common. Simon and DNK are going to clash, but Simon gets the smite. Well, not the smite, just the kill. He's not even a jungler. It'd be weird if he smited.
Yeah. DNK wanted to smite this away, but in the end, not quite able to get a vision and not quite able to get in range. So DNK loses another camp and is actually put behind when it comes to CS now. Of course, it's not really on Rek'Sai to be ahead in experience. She just wants to accelerate her lanes. Has already succeeded in doing so in the mid lane. So it's time for her to just farm up her level 6 and go for another gank wherever she wants.
Yep, I'm kind of surprised there's been
no
attention played top. Just as I say it, this is a shark swimming on in. 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 is not level 6. Can he hit it off a minion?
Hard to kill him here.
Yeah. Ooh, Simon playing very aggro, potentially kills himself by coming back there. What the hell did you just do, Simon?
Yeah, killing himself, as he said. He just really wanted to die. He just really wanted to get out of the stadium because that was.
Oh my god, Simon! Jesus!
He even flashed away, and DNK and 𝗀𝗃𝗏, neither of DNK or 𝗀𝗃𝗏 committed a flash themselves. It's another kill to the solo laner as well, so the worst possible outcome. Look at his movement here.
Unbelievably bad.
What?
He's out. Like, he's out before he... What are you doing? I would do that. That's something I would do in top lane.
He took there, every single mechanical decision he took there, or the decision just in terms of how he wanted to play this, was wrong. He could have flashed earlier. He could have just run to his turret and wait for the enemy jungler to go away. He could have also tried to wait for his shield to save him instead of flashing out of his shield range. Every single thing he tried to do there was wrong. Very rough.
Ugh, dude. Simon. Ugh.
Oh, it's a small little gold lead. Actually, surprisingly... Oh, never mind me.
Oh, they're having a little bit of a scrap. but in the end, it's just ultimates being traded. There is the big 𝗬𝗺𝗵 ult. Simon's going to win this one hard. 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗏 flashing away, but the storm will be brought. And that's an easy win. 𝗀𝗃𝗿 really having a bad night.
Another very bad flash from 𝗀𝗃𝗿. Also, some kind of stutter step there after the flash brought him closer to Simon. But even if that didn't happen, there would still have been a kill to Simon very easily, because of course he has the Q speed up. So top lane is not having a great day for sure. All three top laners so far showing us some very weak top lane play, which is surprising considering our season so far has been the best top lane season we have seen in the VCS. So
and 𝗀𝗃𝗿's
not the greatest day for top laners,
right? Like 𝗀𝗃𝗿 is one of the better top laners. What the hell happened today? Apparently he's coated in like grease, and he's just slipping everywhere.
I love how his name always gives opportunities.
I know. I always have fun with his name. It's the only fun I'm getting out of this series. Yulwei. The rest is just abject cosmic horror. It's like I'm staring into the eyes of 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗄.
No idea what that is, but it sounds horrible.
Lovecraft.
Okay. I hope we can see some monkey clean for you later on.
Ooh, yes.
It's still possible.
Yes, give me some monkey clean. This is... Oh, boy. But it has slowed down. It's not as fast as last game, as the gold is dead even at the moment. Where are we looking now? Are we going top lane again? Or is it...
I feel like, especially Team Secret is
Oh,
content with
hello,
just farming. Never mind me.
Realm Warp. There's a flash away from the arrow there, but they're going to go onto the Nautilus. He can't even spider Naut away. They should give this one over to Celebrity. No, they give it to Artifact. That's a very valid choice.
Everyone just stopped auto-attacking him and he just stood there exposed, like super embarrassed to be there. That's a field Batman for Zen. Even at his flash, like, come on guys, please let me go.
Ooh, PHT's now the target. There's the flash knockup. Can they get the Rune Prison? Of course they can. And PHT will not be getting tattoos in Rune Prison. He'll be getting a death.
And honestly, PHT, just can you please utilize your flash? At least
cool.
try to get away. I know it's unlikely, but I'm not sure.
I feel like there was plenty of time to actually flash away from this dog.
Yeah, I think this time around he could have really tried to flash away, especially because he knows the 𝗊𝗲 is coming from bot lane.
You can flash there.
Yeah, you can flash there. I feel like you probably still die. Yeah, it's more on the map position. Yeah, he knows the 𝗊𝗲 is coming from bot lane because he just showed on bot lane. So just don't over push into the turret. A little bit too greedy, and we know PHT from for being very greedy when it comes to wave states. When it comes to 1v1 plays as well, he likes to die a lot in lane. Yeah. So now Team Secret actually opens up a big gold lead for the first time in this series in the early game. They lost both of the early games so far. So it's a good sign for a little bit of a cleaner game from Team Secret. And they are supposed to stomp OPG here.
Yeah. 𝗀𝗃𝗿 is losing to 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗿 a little bit. You really needed executioners against 𝗬𝗺𝗺 in this matchup. It's super valuable. Just to stop his healing in the 1v1s. Celebrity does Lantern away. Consumes the Predator.
We have to point that the DK hasn't done anything on this very strong early ganking jungler. Nope. It's almost a guaranteed kill if you go E-flash early on in the lane, especially into top lane. Or even mid lane into Ryze. If you can hit him, Ryze is dead. So, surprised DK hasn't looked for any big opportunities to gank. Instead, he's just farming on a champ that scales decently with gold, but should really try to accelerate some of his carries. So, very invisible performance so far.
Yeah, it really does look like he's just been having a bit of a drink to himself in the jungle. Saddest way to drink. If you ever find yourself sitting at home getting smashed, reevaluate your life. He says, doing that today. But we do have a bit of a gank down here in the bot lane. DK will try and show up on the map. Venus has to flash, and an Ash Arrow diffuses the attempt.
Very nicely done. This could have been the first successful gank from OPG, and from DK especially. But instead, prevented by a nicely timed and aimed arrow. DK still with an opportunity here to go in Celebrity.
Yeah,
just flashed over the wall and kill him. Interesting.
But
instead, we're going to see 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 in the hands of Team Secret, and they have all the time in the world to use 𝗀𝗲𝗄𝗃 to break a turret here. Top lane turret down to 3 plates. If you just rotate Artifact over there, this should be an easy first turret to get coded ahead finally.
Yeah, they could also bring it mid. Obviously, they want to get some gold on this rise. We saw the kill allocation early. So we'll have to find out what they do, as Artifact will get a tower plate, just as we talk about him. Simon and 𝗀𝗃𝗿 having a little bit of a scrap. 𝗀𝗃𝗿 is trying to bait Simon forward here, but he hasn't taken the bait. And will be a Mountain Drake picked up for OPG, trading unobjective back. But we do have a dive in the top lane. Nope, they call it off. They should be dropping this Rift Herald there.
Yeah, just preparing the Herald. Ryze is also roaming upwards, just taking some jungle camps, but he's also kind of in range to follow up. He also still has his TP, so all good. 𝗀𝗃𝗿, you are okay. That was close. You almost ran too far away to get the gold. Not his best game today. Luckily, of course, he still gets the gold. 410 for himself, and now he actually has the Executioner's Calling, so he might be able to finally win some trades against the big bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. As there was actually no second charge there. Simon doing well to prevent that one. Did smack that eyeball closed. But Team Secret is finally in control. They've firmly won this early game. They're just about 4k gold ahead. This is a bit more of what we expected, right? The first 2 games did not go to plan. And
DNK proving that one more letter definitely goes a long way in the jungle matchup. He was, DK just hit level 8, DNK almost level 10. So even though the jungle CS are close with all the kill contributions, DNK is far ahead of the enemy jungle.
I guess maybe like he kind of subscribes to like the drunken monk kung fu style, whereas he does not know what he's doing, but that means the enemy can't predict him. Because if he doesn't know, how can they? Okay, you just left me out to dry there. Thanks, dude. Just absolutely left me to
chat
rot.
for a second. I'm really sorry.
You just absolutely killed me on that one. Jesus.
I'm really sorry. I was distracted. I'm not going to do it again. It's our first slow game. I just wanted to check in with chat for once.
Fair enough. It's okay. It was worth hanging me out to dry every now and then. It keeps me honest. You've got to make sure my ego doesn't get out of control. But yeah, it is our first slower game. We've gone from 41 kills in 20 minutes to 5 kills in 14. Where is our next
Look at the mid lane CS for Artifact. He's channeling his inner Larson. He's really popping off in the jungle department. Level 11 too, so probably going to accelerate to level 16 before the big team fights around Baron, around the later dragons start. He's the main carry here. If he performs well, Team Secret should have this in the back. They are also very far ahead in other lanes. We are looking at a 4k gold lead at 14 minutes with only 3 kills between the 2 teams. So this style seems to fit Team Secret much better than the chaos style OPG went for in the first 2 games.
Yeah, it's very true. Chaos. Oh, the world is revolving, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Uh-oh! PHT, I think you're dead. He's still got flash, by the way. Saving it for next game. He's double lifting it.
You should really swap to Ignite next time. If you don't use your flash, then I guess just don't. Just go Ignite for more lane pressure.
Nah, he's got to save it for next
So DK is sniffing something here. It's definitely smells dangerous. But there we go. It's another turret over Team Secret. Team Secret playing a very solid game. Very clear goals in mind. Playing around mid lane. Using Artifact's pressure to then also impact other lanes. Now this time around they used the global pressure from Celebrity.
That is such an easy flash, dude. Come on.
Yeah. It's also a little bit unfortunate. He was out of the arrow range and then stepped back into it. Of course, he didn't see it coming. He should also have the reactions to flash that arrow.
You're a professional player, man. Like, I could probably flash that arrow, and I'm terrible. I'm garbage.
Yeah, I'm not
at
sure
League
what's
of
going on.
Legends,
Why
and
he's
I live
refusing
there.
to use his flash to get away from ganks.
He's playing on.
His customers live 3 times now.
Yeah,
Could have flashed in any of the ganks.
Yeah. There's no words, man. It's not great. OPG will get a push here in the bot side. Their center is going well. She's got to that mana moon, but of course it hasn't flipped yet. Artifact here to clear the wave, which he will do quick smart. Already level 13, something to track, of course.
Yeah, and 40 CS ahead of the Lucian first pick, by the way. Lucian that is supposed to provide early pressure, because you know he's going to fall off later on. So already it's kind of a 4v5, because Lucian is not going to contribute much if it's not DR1 style teamfight Lucian, which he needs a lot of setup for. So this Ryze is going to just take over team fights. Team Secret has all the pressure in all the lanes, so this is a very easy dragon. And we have a TP behind the Ryze, so this time around they want to punish him.
Yep, he is going to try and get away. Goes golden as the team rotates in. There's a lantern. Can he get to it? No. He can't. And finally he gets shut down. They dropped a lot of wards on him. That was a very, very visible boy as the Infernal Drake does go down. 1 for a Drake. Questionable but worth it. I don't think it was because of the shutdown, but they still do get the stack.
Yeah, and a very cool play from OPG. They finally find something, finds a way to punish Artifact, who, by the way, also refused to flash. It's
that one was
an illness that it's spreading on in the mid lane, apparently. But yeah, to be fair, he probably couldn't have gotten away here.
I'm a bit sick of these pandemics. You know, we've had the real one, and now we have the don't press flash-itis. Come on, boys. I understand. Flash is a scary team at the moment. Maybe they just don't want to power them up. They just don't want to risk it.
True. Well, is Flash playing tomorrow? I hope so.
Yes.
Maybe they can show us how to use their key.
I think they're playing against OPG.
I
think.
Well.
I'd have to check the schedule. So it's gonna be a game.
So Team Secret, OPG has actually closed the gold gap quite a bit. They were down almost 6k gold. Now it's only 4k. Of course, as I talked about earlier, this Lucian is not really a champion. So all the gold is in him is not amounting to much. So Artifact's still in a good position. He has teleport and flash available. Can just stay in the side lane for as long as he likes. He wants to go to level 16, and Team Secret is just waiting for the dragons to spawn. It's a very calm game to end the day. Just looking at some objectives falling. No real fights other than objectives. So both teams finally found realized they are actually pro teams.
Nope. He tried.
No. It's Flash. He's safe.
Did we need this game? This game that needed to be played, guys. I could be in bed. I could be having a snooze cruise right now, but nope. Here we are.
Snooze cruise. What is that?
Yeah, just having a snooze. Rhymed it with cruise.
Nice.
Because I wanted to.
So we are on 26 stacks for a center at 20 minutes. That is ridiculously low. That is absurd. Not a very strong center. You have to consider a center actually doesn't have AD scaling.
I think
that's the soul.
Yeah, that's why we're on 26 souls, by the way.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't pick them up.
I mean, she didn't really have the opportunity in lane to get too many, but yeah. Senna needs some souls to even have the same scaling.
He's the next target once again. Will he flash? He will not. He's gone in a flash.
Yes. I want to see him flash in place at the end of the game just to use flash at least one.
This is bad. Pick the souls up.
Take the souls, Vid. Please take the souls.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would have been
so the problem with Senna is
her
souls, she's balanced around her souls. So she actually doesn't have scaling, she doesn't have per level AD. It's the same as Thresh with his souls. He doesn't have armor per level. So you need to get a decent soul count to even be as strong as other ADCs when it comes to base AD. And 26 souls is not the way to go. It's really not enough.
Really, really isn't. DK having a bit of a sticky beak into the enemy jungle, but we'll just walk away seeing no raptors up. As Baron has spawned, he's probably the next point of pressure here, but we might have a bit of a lull.
Well, we are in a lull from the start of the game, basically.
Well, that was an Omega lull. This whole series has been
wanted to come in from the side, but sadly there was a pink ward, so he's back to the side lane. Check in with the levels for Artifact, level 14. He's probably going to hit 15 soon, so we can all, if you were watching this game, just spam the, what is it called? The 𝗘𝗃𝗿𝗄 timer?
The 𝗘𝗃𝗿𝗄 timer for Kale.
𝗧𝗲𝗺 timer. Yeah, it's the 𝗧𝗃𝗿𝗄 timer, right?
Yeah. I think it's the 𝗘𝗃𝗿𝗄 timer for Kale. I don't know. I haven't watched enough LCK.
I think it's the 𝗧𝗃𝗿𝗄 timer.
I'm sure someone in chat can tell us. But, yep, we are waiting. Ooh, there's the level 15. So we've got one more on whatever timer it is. Simon is the target here. As DNK hasn't popped out. Yes, he has, in fact. Simon, he's doing it again. He's trying to turn it around, but he's got a lot of friends coming. There is a Predator pop from DK. He's speeding on forward. He is a very athletic big boy. Center ult coming across. Have a look in the base, though. Artifact is taking a long time to die. He goes gold. PHT rips the ult to really make sure, but you got one kill, and Team Secret got an inhibitor.
And to be fair to OPG, that is actually a very good play for them. Of course, maybe
we've got a bit of a fight at Baron. Observers, hello. DK is the target. Ooh. He gets Ash arrowed from some range, goes down. That will end the fight. Coded teleports out. He wants to go in, pops the Cyclone. He's a madman. The monkey. He wants more, but doesn't get it. The Infernal Drake goes down, and Team Secret need just one more.
And DNK just refused to smite, which is kind of indicating they want to go for Baron. The pings are coming down too, so Baron might be the call. Look at this, nice Ash arrow. The timing would have been cooler if they actually did this in the other order, but of course, another kill for Venus, well earned. And are we going to see the Ryze teleport into Baron a one-shot? Ryze is going to blue buff, so he can spam the Baron to death very, very quickly. It's one of the best mages. He's one of the best mages against Baron.
Probably the best. Maybe 𝗘𝗃𝗄𝗿𝗄.
Together with 𝗬𝗃𝗄𝗿 and 𝗘𝗃𝗄𝗿, probably, yeah.
He's very quick, though. As they are all in the spooky shroud, having a look over. DNK doesn't know what's coming, but he will just subway away. There's a teleport. They really want to get in here. This could be Baron if he dies, and he does. So OPG now with all the priority in the world, but look what Team Secret's doing in response. They're forcing the decision. Do you give up your mid for the Baron? No, they're not going to make the call. So. Here's the Realm Warp. They're arriving. Artifacts here. Coded didn't get in it. That's a questionable move, but it is going to be enough to delay it. 7,000 health. There's a hook. It doesn't land onto anyone. Coded throws himself in. Look at all the knockups. It's a 5-man. He's a big lad. PHT on the other side still holding on to that flash. He finally used it, but it didn't even matter. Simon will be the next target. He tries to ult away, but that koala bear has gone down in the bushfires. And now Team Secret move towards the enemy base and should be able to close out this series.
25 minutes, the same time as in the last game, so Team Secret getting some revenge. We are missing some kills still. Venus, can he get away?
No,
he can't.
But it doesn't matter, as Team Secret will bring this to a close. And I hope you all enjoyed this element of Cirque du Vietnam, as they will finally kill the Nexus. Oh boy, it's a 2-1 that perhaps shouldn't have gone to 3. Let's check back in with our analyst desk. Vinnie, you're not even on screen at the moment. Maybe you don't need to be.
Okay.
What was your opinion on that one, mate?
It kind of looked
I'll
like,
get you on.
it kind of looked like OPG was just kind of boom.
Yeah.
OPG really does thrive on when Xin is unlocked, and Xin was just not able to get those early roams off to try and get the game snowballing in their favor. And other than that, it was just very well cleanly played from the side of Secret. PSG probably should have flashed a bit couple of ganks, but
Yeah, probably.
And which play? The first gang, the second gang, the third
at
gang, the
least
fourth
the
gang?
third one. I want to give a big shout out to Celebrity though. His arrows were on point the entire
Sure.
time. That last team fight, his awareness to notice PhD on the flank and just stick an arrow in his face was nice to watch. I was very impressed with the hashtag game.
I agree. Yulwei, give us your quick impressions. I hate to rush you, but I'm very tired.
I'm not sure why Team Secret started to play like Team Secret in Game 3 and not Game 1. Just way more controlled. We actually didn't see them overcommit to objectives, to fights. Just clean, calm, collected, playing it from minute one. Very easy ganks on the overextended targets. PhD giving kill after kill after kill to Artifact. So just what we want to see from Secret. And if they show up in this form, they can be a contender for the title. If they show up in the first, like they did in the first two games, they are going to get wrecked in playoffs big time.
Absolutely. Now, we will move on to our player of the series. I think we've all agreed will be 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗍. The second game, he did not know what was going on, but the first and the third, he played very well.
No one did, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't either.
We all turned into 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗍.
I can't say I blame him. But 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗍 will pick up our MVP. He had a good performance. That 𝗬𝗃𝗍 was great, helped perhaps by the reluctance to flash by a few of OPG's members. But still, you take what you gotta do what you do, right? He converted. So that was the series. Got any final words, lads, or are we good to shuffle off to bed?
Get some sleep, mate.
Thank you.
You need it.
Yeah, I do.
You've earned it.
But of course, that will be it for us tonight. Team Secret did walk away with the win in the end. It was two good series. Obviously, we played up a little bit of the disappointment with the level play, but it was still a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you do go down below the stream, there are a bunch of buttons you can click. They do different things. You'll figure it out. But we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, here on VCS English. Thank you so much for joining me, Yulwei and Vinnie. You always make these death segments so much better, and we're glad to have you. So, with that, we will be heading off. Good night, everyone.
Well.